Okay, hello everyone. Everyone is still a bit shy. Feel free to come in front and take a seat as well. So first of all, hello ㅅNextRise. I'm super excited to be here. It's my first time to South Korea and to Seoul, and I'm super excited. Before we jump in, I thought I'd bring some questions to maybe get to know each other and to warm us a little up and wake us up. So maybe you can just raise your hand if it applies to you. So who of you is part of a startup or a founding team? Everyone is still a bit shy. Okay, so maybe who of you thinks or also knows already that it can be a struggle to drive real innovation within a large corporate? Okay, also still a bit shy. So then maybe an easier question. Who of you has already been to Germany? Someone here, nice, okay. And then the next question, who of you knows the Deutsche Bahn or the logo up here? Okay, one person over here, nice. Okay, one of us. Okay, so then let me introduce myself. I'm Sina, I'm a program manager of the DB MindBox, which is the startup hub of Deutsche Bahn, Europe's largest rail operator. And I try to convince you the next 20 minutes why we need you to change and to improve European rail. So the future of mobility is unwritten. And believe me, there is endless potential. We, as Deutsche Bahn, are looking for teams who will take a step forward with us to write this new chapter. And the question is it with you? As we look ahead, we see monumental challenges on a global, but also on a regional scale. As you can see here, by 2050, an astonishing 85% of humanity will call cities home, placing an unknown demand on urban mobility and infrastructure. Simultaneously, the growth of rail freight signals a transformative shift in logistics, reshaping how goods get from A to B. In Europe, we are facing a major wave of retirements. Over here, you can see 45% of train drivers will retire within the next 5 years. And at the same time, climate change remains one of our biggest global challenges. The first good news is this is exactly where rail transport can make a difference due to its low emission. And the second good news is, within all these challenges lies great opportunities. We all together have the power to innovate, to collaborate, and to shape the future of mobility that is sustainable, inclusive, and resilient. So let's not wait. Let's write this future together. The Deutsche Bahn is not just a company. We are a system in motion. As Europe's largest rail operator, we move 6.6 million travelers every single day. And massive opportunities for startups who are tackling digital customer experience, smart ticketing, real-time assistance, or crowd management. At the same time, we manage a fleet of over 100,000 vehicles, trains and buses combined. Each one generates data, needs maintenance, scheduling, and optimization. So there is huge potential for AI, for IoT, for predictive analytics to increase efficiency and reliability. And with more than 225,000 employees across 500 different professions, we are not just moving people. We are also managing one of Europe's largest and most diverse workforce. Startups can help us to rethink training, knowledge transfer, shift planning, or digital onboarding. And with operations in around 130 countries, complexity comes as a reality, to be honest. From language barriers to complex regulations and local infrastructure, we need scalable and adaptive solutions. So when you think about your product and your service, ask yourself, what would it mean to touch the life of millions every single day? The DB MindBox, we are ready to explore that future with you. The DB MindBox defines itself not just as an accelerator. We see ourselves as your true partner in rail operations. Our mission is to connect you to the DB transformation challenges and opportunities. What makes us unique is we enable you to work on real pressing challenges using real data. You get exclusive access to the DB business units and experts. We embed you into the DB team itself, enabling direct collaboration and fast impact. So how do we do this? Let's take a look on that. We don't do innovation just for innovation's sake. Together with the DB business units, we identify their critical needs in HR, in maintenance, in construction, or passenger experience, and more. We then issue so-called call for application. So your key takeaway is you might just be one application away. Selected startups will then pitch to an expert jury of DB leaders and industry specialists. Here is what we look for: innovative and viable solutions for the specific challenge, a strong team with at least 2 people, an MVP or advanced prototype ready registered company. Your key takeaway here: you have 5 minutes for your idea that could change European rail. The third step, the 100 days proof of concept. This is actually where the magic happens. So you will get 25,000 euro in funding with no equity taken, giving you the freedom to fully focus on your solution. You will get 24/7 access to the DB MindBox co-working space in Berlin, surrounded by innovation and energy. You will work directly with the DB team facing the challenge, receiving honest feedback and being pushed to iterate fast. This is your chance to develop, to refine your product until it's truly ready for DB, ready to make an impact. And at the end of the 100 days, both you and the DB will come together to decide if the proof of concept, the last 100 days, was a success and if it should move forward towards scaling within the Deutsche Bahn. We expect an outstanding final pitch, clear and transparent results from your work the last 100 days, a strong vision for what comes next. So far, 60% of startups have successfully made that leap into scaling within Deutsche Bahn. So this is your moment to prove that your solution doesn't just work. It's ready to transform rail operations at scale. So now I talked a lot about how we do this, but let me prove this. It's time to look into some examples. I brought 4 quite diverse examples of startups who did the proof of concept with us, and they call the DB their partner and customer today. We will look at Amber Search and how they made the DB smarter, at Hakaros, how they made the construction safer, at B, how they made us build future and faster, and Mot, who will bring rail seats to runway. Let's start with Amber Search. Imagine an ocean of documents. I think all of us knows the frustration of looking for documents. You vaguely remember what the slide looked like, but where was the file stored? You start searching through your email, maybe through your SharePoint, maybe you even ask a colleague who might know. And on average, each employee spends 25 minutes a day just looking for information. And this is where Amber Search come into play. An AI-powered search engine that acts like an internal Google. Amber Search worked with DB, but we also connected them to 2 DB partners in construction to test their tool for accessing complex safety regulations. Instead of wasting time digging through endless documents and systems, employees now find the right answer instantly. Huge time savings, improved accuracy, and way less frustrations in the team was the result. The next one I want to share with you is Hakaros from Japan. Before any rail construction begins, we need to understand what lies beneath the tracks. Soil conditions, underground structures, or unexpected obstacles. Especially in Germany, this is very critical. Even today, unexplored ordnance from World War II can still be found during excavation work. So these risks make underground checks not only a technical necessity, but a safety imperative. So Hakaros provided an AI-powered solution that analyzes images and sensor data to detect anomalies underground. Using their sparse modeling approach, they were able to identify objects and soil conditions with high precision, quickly and without heavy computing power. This helped us plan more safely, avoid delays, and minimize risk during construction groundwork. The third example shows construction planning in rail is very complex. Multiple machines, tight spaces as we can see here in a tunnel, strict safety margins. A common issue we sadly realized too late, for instance, a crane doesn't have enough room to operate safely. B reimagined this process using a gaming-inspired simulation platform. Within a digital environment, we could model our entire construction site down to the centimeter. From verifying swing clearance to checking logistic flows, teams could simulate and optimize every detail before breaking ground. It's precise, it's visual, and saves time and money. And last but not least, sustainability is a growing priority within Deutsche Bahn. Not only waste at train stations, as we can see here, is a major issue, but also thousands of tons of material from uniforms to seat covers are discarded at DB every year. Mood found a creative way to tackle this. They take used DB materials such as textiles, advertising banners, or even train seats and upcycle them into stylish, sustainable clothing and accessories. It's not only about reducing weight, but about creating value from it. With this project, sustainability becomes tangible and fashionable, if you want, for both the employees and the customers. So we have seen that great things happen when startups and corporates actually listen to each other. That's what we do at DB MindBox. And this is why I'm here today. So if you are curious, take a look what we are up to. Feel free to take a look on our open challenges, but also feel free to stay in the loop by following our newsletter. Maybe next time I will be standing up here and sharing your success story with Deutsche Bahn.